Hi, everybody. I wanted to come to you all just real quick. First, to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, a Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah for those who celebrate. I can think of one person who does. So, yeah, just wanted to make sure to cover all my bases. And I also wanted to, get back to you all with an answer to a reflection question that I posed several days ago. I want to say maybe a week ago. And I kind of just want to make this kind of an ongoing thing. For those who don't know, these reflection questions that I'm talking about in these videos are basically coming out of my new book. It's going to be coming out in January. It's called My New Home. It's a Christian middle grade novel, but it's not like you don't have to be a kid to enjoy this. I think adults would like it even more. And so at the end of each chapter, as a part of developing, the reader's, Christian development and formation, to aid in that effort, we have reflection questions. And those are, they can be pretty simple or they can be, more thought provoking. And so we put these at the end of each chapter. And so I got some pretty good responses from the last video I did, and I kind of just want to keep that going. And so for this video, so we've got two questions, one for kids and one for parents. And so the first question read, what is the best decision you've ever made and why? And so if I'm putting myself back, like when I was 10 years old, because that's the age of the main character, if I'm putting myself back at that age and who I was as a person at 10, the best decision I think I made at the time was a call to prayer for my family, to my family for another family member that got sick with pneumonia. Since this is a public platform, I'm not going to, put that person's name out there, but this family member got pneumonia, and as I'm looking back at the time, I'm impressed that I had, the wherewithal to pray, but to call on the collective strength of the whole family to pray. And not only as a, gather in a circle and, let's do a one-time prayer kind of thing, but it was more like I printed out this sheet that had, an actual prayer for this family member. And I put it up so that whenever anybody passed by this door, they would get that reminder to pray for this family member. And, I'm looking back, I'm thinking like, yeah, I actually had some kind of, Christian foundation. And this family member, very quickly recovered, and it was almost a non-issue. Like, I don't even remember it being brought up much more after that. The family member recovered and life moved on. And so, I guess that's kind of the power of prayer. God answers prayers, and sometimes we take them for granted. And so that's what I would say was my best decision at the time. The second question, though, and this one was geared towards parents, as part of the Christian development and formation that's kind of built into the book and built into each story. In addition to the reflection questions, we also have devotionals, which, they if it applies in the story, then we'll, include that segment. And so, the Addison family, that's the lead character's family's name, they start off each morning, with reading the Bible and talking about some of the lessons that they pick up from it. And so the question was like, how would you describe your family's religious practices? And so for this, I welcome you to put this, to answer this question in the comments below, or if you want to make a video and tag us in it, or either tag me personally or tag the Facebook or Instagram channels. Facebook, it's at Addison Books, and Instagram, it's life.core, and core is spelled like military term, like CORPS. And so, I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. And so like if you're, like the family that, goes to church once a week, say that. If it's, reading the Bible every day, hey, say that. Um, in my household, it's prayer every evening and giving thanks alongside that too, in addition to church every week. And what me and my wife do is, yeah, we pray every night, but we'll also take time to count off all the things that each person has done, through the day, and thank each other for them. And so, if my wife, makes breakfast or lunch or dinner, and or dinner, I highlight that, and sometimes she'll, highlight, me driving us around to all the grocery stores to get the groceries to make the dinner. um, and so she'll highlight that, or, like washing dishes, or, um, cleaning the bathtub, things like that. Like whatever each person does to keep the family moving and keep the family growing and going, we highlight that and we thank each other for that. And it just keeps us from taking each other for granted. Um, and so then when we pray, we're also thinking about like, okay, all the things that God did for us that day. Um, and so, yeah, so those are the questions and those are the answers. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on these as well. And before I go, I just want to give you all a quick update on the progress of the book. So it had been my hope to release it, like earlier in the fall, but things didn't work out that way, and so we pushed it to January. And so basically, we're working feverishly to get the book out to you all. If you were able to purchase it, I appreciate you, definitely. I think it'll be a big benefit to your family. Um, we're definitely focusing on literacy development. We work on, like vocabulary development. We're working on spiritual development, and we've got tons of pictures throughout the books, so that, like reluctant readers, like say, like I was a reluctant reader growing up. We want to make sure that we keep the kids interested, not only with, like a good story, but we want to like hook them in. Um, and so, yeah, we're working on getting that to you all in January. Um, and if you're able to get the book, great. But even better is if you leave a review. That goes a very long way. Um, and so, yeah, details will be forthcoming. But in the meantime, thank you all for your time and your attention. Merry Christmas again. Happy holiday. Can't talk now. Happy holidays to everybody and Happy New Year. I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.